we meet again, in thunder, lightning, or in rain.
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ere the sets of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth.
I come, Grey Malkin.
Paddock calls.
Anon.
Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
What bloody man is that? He can report, as seemeth by his plight, of the revolt, the newest state.
This is the sergeant, who like a good and hardy soldier fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend! Say to the king the knowledge of the broil, as thou didst leave it.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their art. The merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel, so that the multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. From the western isles of kerns and gallows glasses is supplied, and fortune on his damned quarry smiling showed like a rebel's whore. But all's too weak, for brave Macbeth, well he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel which smoked with bloody execution, like valor's minion carved out his passage till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the nave to the chops, and fixed his head upon our battlements.
Oh, valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
As whence the sun gins his reflection, shipwracking storms and direful thunders, so from that spring whence comfort seemed to come, discomfort swells. Mark, King of Scotland, mark! No sooner justice had with valor armed compelled those skipping kerns to trust their heels, but the Norwegian lord, surveying vantage with furbished arms and new supplies of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismayed not this our captains, Macbeth and Banquo?
Yes, as sparrows, eagles, or the hare, the lion. If I say sooth, I must report, they were as cannons overcharged with double cracks, so they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe. Except they meant to bathe in reeking wounds or memorize another Golgotha, I cannot tell. But I am faint. My gashes cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor both. Go get him, surgeons. Who comes here?
The worthy Thane of Ross.
What a haste look through his eyes, so should he look, seems to speak things strange.
God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king. The Norwegian banners flapped the sky and found our people cold. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict, till that Bellona's bridegroom, lapped in proof, confronted him with self-comparisons, point against point, rebellious arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit. And to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness.
That now, Swenu, the Norway's king, craves composition, nor would he deign him burial of his men, till he dispersed at St. Combs Inch $10,000 to our general use.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Swine.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I, aroint thee, witch, the rump-fed Runyon cries. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the Tiger. But in a sieve I'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind.
Thou art kind.
And I another.
I myself have all the others, and the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know in the shipman's card. I'll drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live a man forbid. Weary 7 nights, 9 times 9 shall he dwindle, peak and pine. Though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest tossed. Look what I have.
Show me.
Here I have a pilot's thumb. Wrecked as homeward he did come. A drum. Macbeth.com. The weird sisters hand in hand, posters of the sea and land. Thus you go about, thrice to thine and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up 9. Peace, the charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
Oh, how far is called to force? What are these? Oh, so withered and wild in their attire, that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are armed. Live you, or are you at that man may question? Oh, no, they seem to understand me, by each at once her choppy finger laying upon her skinny lips. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glom!
All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor!
Ah, hail Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that too sound so fair? If the name of truth are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly ye show? My noble partner, you greet with present grace and great prediction of noble having and of royal hope, that he seems rapt withal. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither fear nor beg your favors nor your hate.
Hail!
Hail!
Hail! Lesser than Macbeth, and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail!
Stay, you imperfect speakers. Tell me more. By Sinil's death I know I am Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be the king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be of Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or why, upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you.
The earth hath bubbles as the water has, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, and what seemed corporeal melted as breath into the wind. Would they had stayed.
Were such things here that we do speak about? Or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
Ah, you shall be king.
And the Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so?
To the self-same tune in words. Who's here?
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. And when he reads thy personal venture in the rebels' fight, his wonders and his praises do contend, which should be thine or his. Silence with that, in viewing all the rest of the self-same day, he finds thee in the stout Norwegian ranks, nothing afeard of what thyself didst make. Strange images of death, as thick as tale can post with post. And every one did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense, and poured them down before him.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, only to herald thee into his sight, not to pay thee.
And for an earnest of greater honor, he bade me, from him, call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which addition, hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What? Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. Whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did line the rebel with head and help and advantage, or with both, he labored in his country's wrack, I know not. But treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Glamis and Cawdor, the greatest is behind. Do you not hope your children shall be kings, when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them?
That trusted home might yet enkindle you unto the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths. Win us with honest trifles to betrays in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word, I pray you.
Two truths are told, as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. This Supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am the Thane of Cawdor. If good, then why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock against my ribs, against the use of nature? No. Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder is yet but fantastical, shakes so my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Oh, look how our partner's racked.
If chance will have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir.
New honors come upon me. Like our strange garments, cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor. My dull brain was wrought with these things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered, where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Come, let us toward the king. Think upon what hath chanced, and in more time, the interim. Having waited, let us speak our free hearts to each other.
Very gladly.
Till then, enough. Come, friends.
Is execution done on Cawdor, or not those in commission yet returned?
My liege, they are not yet come back. But I have spoke with one who saw him die, who did report that very frankly he confessed his treasons, implored your highness's pardon, and set forth a deeper repentance. Nothing in his life became him like believing it. He died as one that had been studying his death, to throw away the dearest thing he owed as 'twere a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Oh, worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now was heavier on me. Thou art so far before, that swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Would thou hast less deserved, that the proportion of both thanks and payment might have been mine. Only I have left to say, more is thy due, then more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your highness's part is to receive our duties, which are to your throne and children and servants, which do but what they should by doing everything safe toward your love and honor.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee, and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, thou hast no less deserved, nor must be known no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest know, we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, which honor must, not unaccompanied, invest him only. But signs of nobleness, like stars, shine on all deservers. From hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
The rest is labor, which is not used for you. I'll myself be the harbinger, and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor.
The Prince of Cumberland. Now that is a step on which I must fall down, or else o'erleap, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye, wink at the hand, yet let that be, when it is done which the eye fears to see.
True, worthy Banquo. He is full so valiant, and in his commendation I am fed. It is a banquet to me. Let's after him, whose care has gone before to bid us welcome. It is a peerless kinsman.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burnt in desire to question them further, they made themselves air, into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor. by which title before these weird sisters saluted me and referred me to the coming on of time with Hail, King that shalt be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou holily. Wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win. Thou'st have, great Glamis, that which cries, thus thou must do if thou have it. And that which rather thou dost fear to do, than wishest should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with him, who, wert so, would have informed for preparation?
So please you, it is true. One of my fellows at the speed of him, who almost dead for breath, had scarcely more than would make up his message.
Give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and haul thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold! Great Glamis, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all-hail hereafter, thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters to beguile the time. Look like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under't. He that's coming must be provided for. And you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall to all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and master them.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses.
As guest of some, the temple haunting montlet is approved by his loved masonry. The heaven's breath smells wooingly here. No jutty frieze, buttress, nor coign of vantage. But this bird hath made his pendant bed and Procrean cradle, where they must breed and haunt. I have observed the air is delicate.
See our honored hostess. The love that follows us sometime is our trouble, which still we thank is love. Herein I teach you how you shall bid God yield us for your pains and thank us for your trouble.
All our service in every point, twice done and then done double, were poor and single business to contend against those honors, deep and broad, wherewith your majesty loads our house. For those of old and the late dignities, heaped up to them we rest your hermits.
Where's the Thane of Cawdor? We coursed him at the heels, and had purpose to be his purveyor. But he rides well, and his great love, sharp as his spur, hath holpen him to his home before us. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
Your servants ever have theirs themselves, and what is theirs in count, to make their audit at your highness's pleasure, still to return your own.
Give me your hand, conduct me to mine host. We love him highly, and shall continue our graces towards him. By your leave, hostess.
If it were done, when 'tis done, and 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his surcease success, that but this blow might be the be-all, end-all here. But here, upon this banquet shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which being taught return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim horsed upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, only this vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls upon the other. How now? What news?
He has almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late. Besides, I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale, and what it did so freely? From this time, such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that, which thou esteem'st the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not, wait upon I would, like the poor cat of the adage?
Prithee, peace! I dare do all that may become a man who dares do more is none.
What beast wast then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail.
If we fail. But screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his days' hard journey soundly invite him, his two chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason a limbeck only. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie as in a death, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, for thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chambers, and used their very daggers that they had done it?
Who dares receive it other, as we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death?
I am settled. Bend up each corporeal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
She goes down at 12.
I take it 'tis later, sir.
Home. Take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven. Their candles are all out. Take thee that too. Heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers, restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. Give me my sword. Who's there?
A friend.
What, sir? Not yet at rest. The king's abed. He hath been in unusual pleasure and sent forth great largesse to your offices. This diamond he greets your wife withal by the name of most kind hostess. Shut up in measureless content.
Of being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect, which else should free of wrath.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters.
I think none of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it in some words upon that business.
At your kind's leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent when 'tis, it shall make honor for you.
So I lose none by seeking to augment, but keep my bosom franchise and allegiance clear. I shall be counseled.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. Good luck to you.
Go bid thy mistress. When she strike upon the bell, my drink will be ready. Get thee to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshalest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes have been made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation proceeding from a heat-oppressed brain? I see thee still. And on thy blade and dudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now, o'er the one half world nature seems dead. Wicked dreams abuse, the curtains sleep, and witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel the wolf, whose howls his stealthy watch thus with Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout, and take this present horror from the time which now suits with it. Was I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace. It was the owl that shrieked. The fatal bellman, which gives the sterns good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their possets that death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? What ho?
Alack, I am afraid they have awaked, and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark, I laid their daggers ready. He could not miss 'em. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done't. My husband.
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended?
I,
Hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh in his sleep, and one cried murder, but they did wake each other. I stood and heard them. They did say their prayers, and addressed them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried amen, and God bless us, the other. As they had seen me with these hangman's hands, I stood listening their fears. I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep. The innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care, the death of each day's life. Sore labor's bath, chief nourisher in life's great feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried, sleep no more to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain-sickly of things. Go, get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hand. Why did you bring these daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them, and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think what I have done. Look on it again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose! Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms with all, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me when every little noise appalls me? What hands are here? They pluck at mine eyes. With all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand. No, this my hand will rather the multitudinous seas and Carnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear knocking in the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy had left you unattended. Hark, more knocking. Get on your nightgown, lest occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know the deed, 'twere best not to know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking! I would thou couldst.
Here's a knocking indeed. If a man were porter of Hell Gate, he should have old turning the key. Knock, knock, knock. Well, who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Faith, here's a farmer that hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. I've come in time. Have napkins ye now about you. Here you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock. Well, who's there in the other devil's name? Faith, here's an equivocator that could swear in both the scales against either scale, who committed treason for God's sake, yet could not equivocate to heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. Knock, knock. Who's there? Faith, here's an English tailor come hither for stealing out of a French hose. Well, come in, tailor. Here you may roast your goose. Knock, knock, never at quiet. What are you? But this place is too cold for hell. I'll devil porter it no further. I had thought to have bled in some of all professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. Anon, anon, I pray you, remember the porter.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
Faith, sir, we were carousing until the second cock, and drink, sir, is a great provoker of three things.
What three things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir, nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovokes. See, it provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. See, it makes him, and it mars him. It sets him on, and takes him off. It persuades him, and disheartens him. And it makes him stand to and not stand to. In conclusion, it equivocates him in a sleep, and giving him the lie, leaves him.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
Well, that it did, sir, to the very throat on me, but I requited him for his lie, and I think being too strong for him, though he took on my leg sometime, yet I made a shift to cast him.
Is thy master stirring? Our knocking has awakened him. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, Bob. Is the king stirring, worthy thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him. I have almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know this is a joyful trouble to you, yet 'tis one.
The labor we to lighten, physics pain. This is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and, as they say, lamentings heard in the air. Strange screams of death and prophesying with accents terrible. Dire combustion and confused events, new hatched to the local time. The obscure bird clamored the livelong night. Some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
My young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror, horror, horror. Tongue nor heart cannot conceive, nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke ope the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building.
What is it you say, the life?
I mean you, his majesty.
Approach the chamber and destroy your sights with the new Gorgon. Do not bid me speak. See, and then speak yourselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! Banquo, Malcolm, Donald Payne, shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeits, and look on death itself! Up, up, and see the great doom's image! Malcolm, Banquo, as from your graves rise up and countenance this horror! Ring the bell!
What's the problem?
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition of it in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Oh, Banquo, Banquo, our royal master's murdered!
Whoa! Alas! What? In our house?
Too cruel, anyway. Dear doth, I pray thee contradict thyself and say it is not so.
Had I but died, an hour before this instant, I had lived a blessed time. For from this moment, there's nothing serious in mortality. Renown and grace is dead, and the mere lees is left this vault to brag of.
What is amiss?
You are and do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your royal blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father's murdered. Oh. By whom? Those of his chamber, as it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were all bagged with blood, so too were their daggers, which we found unwiped upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury, that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, loyal, and temperate, neutral and furious in a moment? No man. The expedition of my violent love outran the pauser, reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. His gashed stabs looked like a breach in nature, for ruin's wasteful entrance. There the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain, that had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make his love known?
Help me hence, hope!
Look to the lady.
Why do we hold our tongues? The most may claim this argument for hours.
What should be spoken here, while our fate hid in some auger hole may rush and seize us? Let's away. Our tears are not yet brewed.
Nor our strong sorrow upon the foot of motion.
Look to the lady. And when we have our naked frailties hid and suffer an exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and thence against the undivulged pretense I fight to treasonous malice.
And so do I.
So all! Let's briefly put on manly readiness. Meet in the hall together.
Well contented.
What will you do? Let's not consult with them. To show an unfelt sorrow is an office which a false man does easy. Out to England.
To Ireland I. Our separated fortune shall keep us both the safer. Where we go, there daggers immense smiles. The nearer in blood, by nearer bloody.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore, to horse. And let us not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's warrant in that theft which steals itself when there's no mercy left.
Threescore and 10 I can remember well, within the volume of which time I've seen hours dreadful and things strange, but this sore night hath trifled former knowing.
Good father, thou seest the heavens, as troubled with man's act, threatens his bloody stage. By the clock 'tis day, and yet dark night strangles the traveling lamp. It's night's predominance, or the day's shame, that darkness does the face of earth entomb when living light should kiss it.
'Tis unnatural, as the deed that's done. On Tuesday last, a falcon, towering in her pride of place, was by a mousing owl hawked at and killed.
And Duncan's horses, thing most strange and certain, the minions of their race turned wild in nature, broke their stalls, flung out contending against obedience, as they would make war with mankind.
'Tis said they eat each other.
They did so, to the amazement of mine eyes that looked upon it. Here comes the good Macbeth. How goes the world, sir, now?
Why, see you not?
It's known who did this more than bloody deed.
Those that Macbeth hath slain.
Alas the day. Well, what good could they pretend?
They were suborned. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Against nature still, thriftless ambition that will raven up thine own life's means. Then 'tis most like the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named and gone to Scone to be invested.
Where is Duncan's body?
Carried to Comkill, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors and guardian of their bones.
Or will you to Scone?
No, cousin. Out to Fife.
Well, I will thither.
Well, may you see things well done there. Adieu, lest our old robes sit easier than our new.
Farewell, father.
God's benison go with you, and with those who make good or bad, friends and foes.
Thou hast it now. King Cawdor Glums. All as the weird women promised. And I fear thou place most foully fought. It was said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. There come truth from them, as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine wide. By the Vrities on thee made good, may they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope. But hush, no more.
Tonight, we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to the which my duties are with a most indissoluble tie, forever net.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice, which has been both grave and prosperous in this day's council. But we'll take it tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time twixt this and supper. Go not my horse, the better I must become a borrower of the night for a dark hour or twain.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We here, our bloody cousins, are bestowed in England and in Ireland, confessing not this cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, and therewithal we shall have cause of state that craves us jointly. Hie you to horse, adieu, till you return at night. Goes Fleance with you?
Aye, my good lord, our time does call upon us.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night, to make society a sweeter welcome. Ourself will keep till supper time alone. Well then, God be with you. Sirrah, a word with you. Tend those men our pleasure.
Yeah, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears and Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. 'Tis much he dares, and to that dauntless temper of his mind he hath a wisdom that doth guide his valor to act in safety. There is none but he whose being I do fear. Under him my genius is rebuked, as it is said Mark Antony's was by Caesar. He chid the sisters when they first put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then, prophet-like, they hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand. No son of mine succeeding, if it be so, for Banquo's issue have I filed my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan, have I murdered. But rankers in the vessel of my peace, only for them, to make them kings. The seeds of Banquo, kings. Rather than so, come fate to the list. Champion me to the utterance. Who's there? Come within. Go to the door and wait until I call. Was it not yesterday that we spoke together?
It was, so please your highness.
Well then, have you considered in my speeches? Know that it was he in times past which held you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self. This I made clear to you in our last conference. Passed in probation with you, how you were borne in hand, the instruments, who wrought with them, and all things else that might, to half a soul, to a notion crazed, say, thus did Banquo.
You made it known to us.
I did so, and I went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospeled to pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed yours to the grave and beggared yours forever?
We are Men, my liege.
Aye, in the catalogue, you go from them. As hounds, and greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, water rugs, shows, and demi-wolves are all clept by the name of dogs. The valued file distinguishes the swift, the slow, the housekeeper, the hunter, everyone according to the gift which bounteous nature hath in him bestowed, whereby he does receive particular addition from the bill that writes them all alike. And so of men. Now, if you have a station in the file, not in the worst rank of manhood, say it, and I will put that business in your bosom, whose execution takes your enemy off, grapples you to the heart and love of us, who wear our health but sickly in his life, which in his death were perfect.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and the buffets of the world hath so incensed me that I am reckless in what I do to spite the world.
And I another, so weary with disasters, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it, or be rid on it.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
And so is he mine, and in such bloody distance that every minute of his being thrusts against my nearest of life. And though I could, with barefaced power, sweep him from my sight and bid my will avouch it, yet I must not. For certain friends that are both his and mine, whose loves I may not drop but wail his fall, who I myself struck down. Thence it is that I, to your assistance, do make love, masking the business from the common eye, for these sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives...
Your spirits shine through you. Within this hour at most, I will advise you where you can plant yourselves. Acquaint you with the perfect spy of the time, the moment on it, for it must be done tonight. And with him, to leave no rubs nor botches in the work, Fleance, his son, who keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of this dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
Abide within. I'll be with you straight. It is concluded, Banquo, thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
Is Banquo gone from court?
Aye, madam, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king I would attend his leisure for a few words.
Madam, I will.
Naught had, all spent, for our desire is got without content. 'Tis safer to be that which we destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone? Of sorriest fancies your companions making, using those thoughts which should indeed have died with them they think on. Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, whilst our poor malice remains in danger of her former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint, both the world suffer. Ere we will eat our meal in fear, sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, whom we, to gain our peace, have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind to lie in this restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Nor steel, nor poison, malice domestic, foreign levies, nothing can touch him further.
Come on, gentle, my lord. Sleek o'er your rugged looks, be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I love, so I pray be you. let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence both with eye and tongue, that we must lave our honors in these flattering streams, and make our faces vizards to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this.
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Knowest thou that Banquo in his flayance lives?
But in them nature's copy is not eternal.
Oh, there's comfort yet. They are assailable, ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight. To black Hecate's summons, the shard-born beetle with his drowsy hums hath wrung night's yawning peal. Shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender, pitiful eye of day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens. The crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Good things of the day begin to droop and drowse, while night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelest at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make themselves strong by ill. So prithee, go with me.
But who did bid thee join with us?
Macbeth. He needs not your mistrust since he delivers our offices, and what we have to do, two directions just.
Then stand with us. The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day. Now spurs the lated traveler apace to take his timely in, and near approaches the subject of our watch.
Hark, I hear horses.
Give us a light here! Whoa!
And 'tis he. The rest that are within the note of expectation already in the court.
His horses go about.
Almost a mile. But he does usually, so all men do. From hence to the palace gate, maketh their walk.
The lights! The lights!
'Tis he.
Stand to it.
It'll be rain tonight.
Let it come down!
What's the rain? Fly to fly! Don't waste the time!
Who did strike out the light?
Was it not the way?
There's but one down. The sun is fled.
We have lost best half of our fare.
Well, let's away, and say how much is done.
You know your own degrees. Please sit down. A first and last, a hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Ourself will play them humble host and mingle with you all. But in best time, we require our hostess's welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir. To all our friends, for my heart speaks, they are welcome.
See, they encounter thee with their heart's thanks. Both sides are even. Here I'll sit in the midst. Be large in mirth. Anon, we'll drink and measure the table round. There's blood upon thy face.
'Tis Banquo's, then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. Yet he's good that did the like for flayance. If thou didst it, thou art the non-peril.
Most royal sir, Flayance is escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect, as whole as the marble, founded as the rock, as broad and general as the casing air, but now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo safe.
Aye, my good lord, safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trenched gashes in his head, the least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies. This worm that's fled hath nature that will in time venom breed. No teeth for the present. Get thee gone. We'll hear ourselves again tomorrow.
My royal lord, You do not give the cheer. The feast is sold that is not often vouched. While 'tis a making, 'tis given with welcome. To feed we're best at home. From thence the sauce to meat is ceremony. Meeting were bare without it.
Sweet remembrance. Now, good digestion waits on appetite, and health on both.
May it please your highness sit.
Here had we now our country's honor roofed, with the graced person of our banquo present, whom I may rather challenge for unkindness than pity for some mischance.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please your highness to grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory looks at me.
Gentlemen, rise, his highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you, keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. If much you note him, you shall offend him, and extend his passion. Feed, and regard him not. Are you a man?
Aye, a bold one, that dare look on that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these laws and starts, impostors to true fear would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire, authorized by her grandam. Shame itself, why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look but on a stool.
Prithee, see there, look, lo! Behold! How say you? Why? What care I? If thou canst nod, why not speak too? If charnel houses in our graves will send those that we bury back, our monument shall be the maws of kites.
What? Quite unmanned in folly.
If I stand here, I saw him.
Fie, for shame.
Blood hath been shed here now. In olden time, ere the humane statute purged the gentle wheel, aye, and since 2 murders have been performed, too terrible for the ear. The time has been as when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end, but now they rise again with 20 mortal murders on their crowns and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friend. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Then I'll sit down. Give me some wine. Feel full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our dearest friend Banquo, whom we miss, would he were here. To all and him we thirst, and all to all.
Our duties and the pledge.
A fawn, quit my sight. Let the earth hide thee. Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold. Thou'st no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom. 'Tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare? I dare. Approach thou, like the rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros, or the Hercynian tiger. You take any shape but that, and my firm nerves will never tremble. Or be alive again, and dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I inhabit then, test me, the baby of a girl. Heads! Horrible shadow! Unreal mockery! Heads! Why so? Being gone, I am a man again.
You have displaced the mirth. broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be? And overcome us like a summer's cloud? To make me strain into the disposition that I owe, when now I think you can behold such sights and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks when mine is pledged with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and may better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
We'll have blood, they say. Blood, blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Augurs and understood relations have by magpies, troughs, and rooks, the very secrets of man's blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning. Which is which?
How sayest thou that Macbeth denies his person at my great bidding?
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it by the way, yet I will send. There's not a one of them, but in his house I keep a servant feed. I will. Tomorrow, betimes I will, to the weird sisters. More shall they speak, for now I am bent to know by the worst means the worst. For mine own good all causes shall give way. I am in blood steeped so far that should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as gore. Strange things I have in head, with will to hand, which must be acted ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Come, will to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
Why, how now, Hecate? You look angrily.
Have I not reason, bedlams as you are, saucy and overbold? How did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death? And I, the mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms, was never called to bear my part or show the glory of our art. And which is worse, all you've done hath been but for a wayward son, spiteful and wrathful, who as others do loves for his own ends, not for you. But to make amends now, get you gone, and at the pit of Archeron meet me if morning, thither he will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide, your charms and everything beside. I am for the air. This night I'll spend into a dismal and a fatal end. Great business must be wrought ere noon. Upon the corner of the moon there hangs a vaporous drop profound. I'll catch it ere it come to ground, and that distilled by magic sight shall raise such artificial sprites as by the strength of their illusion shall draw him on to his confusion. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hopes above wisdom, grace, and fear. And you all know security is mortal's chiefest enemy. Hark! I am called, my little spirit sea sits in foggy cloud and stays for me.
Come, let's make haste. She'll soon be back again.
My former speeches have forbid your thoughts can interpret farther. Only I say things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Marry, he was dead. And the right valiant Banquo walked too late, whom you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed. For Fleance fled. Men must not walk too late. One cannot want the thought. how monstrous it was for Malcolm and for Donalbain to kill their gracious father. Damned fact, how it did grieve Macbeth. Did he not straight those two delinquents tear that were the slaves of drink and thralls of sleep? Was not that nobly done? Aye, and wisely too, for 'twould have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. And I do say that if Macbeth had Duncan's sons under his key, as in please heaven he shall not, they should find what 'twere to kill a father, so should Fleance. But peace, for from broad words, and because he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, I hear Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell where he bestows himself?
Son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the due of birth, lives in the English court and is received with the most pious Edward with such grace that the malevolence of fortune nothing takes from his high respect. Thither Macduff is gone to pray the holy king upon his aid to wake Northumberland and warlike seaward, that by the help of these, with him above to ratify the work, we may again give to our tables meats, sleep to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets bloody knives, do faithful homage and receive free honors, all which we pine for now. And this report hath so exasperate their king, that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent he to Macduff?
He did. With an absolute, sir, not I, the cloudy messenger turns me his back, and hums as who should say, you'll rue the time that clogs me with this answer.
And thou well might advise him to a caution, to hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to the court of England, and unfold his message ere he come. Some holy angel, and swift blessing may soon return to this, our suffering country. Underhand a curse.
I'll send my prayers with him.
Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the hedge pig whined.
Harpier cries, 'tis time, 'tis time. Round about the cauldron go, in the poison entrails throat toad, that under cold stone days and nights has 31 sweltered venom sleeping got. Boil thou first in the charmed pot.
Double, double toil and trouble, fire burning cauldron bubble. Fillet of a fenny steak, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, will of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blindworm's sting, lizard's leg and howlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble. Double, double toil and trouble, fire burning cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, maw and gulf of the ravine, salt sea shark, root of hemlock digged in the dark, liver of blaspheming Jew, gull of goat, and slips of yew slivered in the moon's eclipse, nose of tuck and Tartar's lips, finger of birth strangled babe, ditch delivered by a drab, make the gruel thick and slab, add thereto a tiger's chaudron, for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, double toil and trouble, fire burning cauldron bubble. Cool it with a baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
Oh, well done, mend your pains, and everyone shall share its gains. And now about the cauldron sing like elves and fairies in a ring, enchanting all that you put in.
By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret, black, midnight hags? What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you, by that which you profess, how are you come to know and answer me? Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though the easty waves confound and swallow navigation up, though castles topple on their warders' heads, though palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, though all nature's Germans tumble all together even till destruction sicken, answer me to what I ask you.
Speak!
Demand!
We'll answer. Say if thou dost rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him, and let me see him.
Pour in sow's blood that hath eaten her 9 farrow. Grease that's sweatin' from a murder's gibbet. Throw into the flame. Come high or low, thyself and office deftly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth! 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 Beware, Macduff! Beware the Thane of Fife! Dismiss me enough!
Ever thou art, for thy good caution thanks, for thou hast harped not fear aright. But one word more!
He will not be commanded. Here's another, more potent than the first. Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? And yet, I'll take a bond of fate. No, thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. And what is this that rises like the issue of a king, and wears upon his brow the round and top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be lion-mettled, proud, and take no care who chafes, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be until great Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can unfix the tree, bid the forest move its earthbound root? Sweet Bodemans, good. Then our high-placed Macbeth shall live the least, and pay his breath to mortal custom. Yet, my heart, it still throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more!
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall upon you. Let me know!
Show!
Show!
Show! Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Down! Thy crown does sear mine eyeballs, and thy hair, thou other gold-bound brow, is like the first. And the third is like the former. You filthy hags! Why do you show me this? Another yet? No, I'll see no more. What? Will his line stretch out to the crack of doom? A 7th? No. Oh, I'll see no more. And yet, the 8th appears, who bears in his hand a glass which shows me many more. No horrible sight! For now I see 'tis true, for the blood-boltered Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his. What? Is this so?
Aye, sir. All this is so. But why stands Macbeth thus amazedly? Come, sisters, cheer we up his sprites, and show the best of our delights. I'll charm the air to give a sound, while you perform your antic round, that this great king may kindly say, our duties did his welcome pay.
Where are they? Gone. Let this pernicious hour stand I cursed in the calendar. Come in, without there.
What your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned be all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of a horse. Who was it that came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macduff is fled to England.
Fled? To England?
Aye, my good lord.
Time now anticipates my dread exploits. From this moment, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. And even now, to crown my thoughts with acts, be it thought and done, the castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all who trace him in his line. No more boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose cool. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come bring me where they are.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom? To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansions and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly? He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her babes in her nest against the owl. All is the fear and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom from whence the flight so goes against all reason.
Dearest cuz, I pray you, school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves. When we hold rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea each way and move. I must take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at the worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing be upon you.
Fathered he is, yet he is fatherless.
I am so much a fool. Should I stay longer, it would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I must take my leave at once.
Sira, your father is dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, Mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean, and so do they.
Poor bird. Thou'st never fear the net, nor lime, the pitfall, nor the gin.
Why should I, Mother? Poor birds, they are not set for. My father's not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. And what wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, what wilt thou do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
You'll buy him to sell again.
Thou speaks with all thy wit, yet in faith with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, Mother?
Aye, he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be traitors that do so.
Every man that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Every one.
Who must hang them?
The honest men.
Then the lies and the swears are fools, for they are lies and swears are now. To beat the honest men and hang up them.
Oh, God help thee, poor monkey. But what wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you'd weep for him. If you would not, it were a good son that I should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkst. Bless you, fair dame. I am not to you known, though in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a homely man's advice, be not found here, hence with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks I am too savage. To do worse to you were fell cruelty, which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer. Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember I am in this earthly world where to do no harm is often laudable, and to do good sometimes accounted dangerous folly. Why then do I put up this womanly defense to say I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified such as thou mayst find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou lies, thou shag-head villain.
What? You egg? Young fry of treachery?
Mother, run away, I pray you!
Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our downfall birthdom. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face, that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland, and yelled out like syllable of dolor.
What I believe, I'll wail. What's no, believe. And what I can redress, as I shall find the time to friend, I will. Would you have spoke? It may be so, perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry god.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in imperial charge. But I shall crave your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet Christ must still look so.
I have lost my hopes.
Perchance, even there where I did find my doubts. Why in that rawness left you wife and child? Those precious motives, those strong knots of love, without leave-taking. I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but mine own safeties. You may be rightly just whatever I shall think.
Bleed, bleed, poor country. Great tyranny, lay thou thy bases shore, for goodness dare not check thee. Wear thou thy wrongs, the title is afeard. Fare thee well, Lord. I would not be the villain that thou thinkst for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich east to boot.
Be not offended. I speak not as an absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think withal there will be hands uplifted in my right, and here, from gracious England, have I offered goodly thousands. But for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before, more suffer, and more sundry ways than ever by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice so grafted that when they shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow, and the poor states esteem him as a lamb, being compared with my confineless harms.
Not in the legions of Harrod hell can come a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name. But there's no bottom, none, in my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust. And my desire, all consonant impediments would overbear that did oppose my will. Better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
Boundless intemperance in nature is a tyranny. It hath been the untimely emptying of a happy throne and fall of many kings. But yet, do not fear to take upon you what is yours. The time you may so hoodwink. We have willing dames enough. There cannot be that vulture in you to devour so many as will to greatness dedicate themselves, finding it so inclined.
But with this there grows in my most ill-composed affection such a staunchless avarice that,
Were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, desire his jewels, and this other's house. And my more having would be as a sauce to make me hunger more. That I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice sticks deeper, grows with more pernicious roots than summer seeming lust, and hath been the sword of our slain kings. Yet, do not fear. Scotland hath foistons to fill up your will of your mere own. All these are portable, with other graces being weighed.
But I have none. The king becoming graces as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness, devotion, patience, courage, fortitude. I have no relish of them, but abound in the divinity of each several crime, acting in many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth.
Oh, Scotland, Scotland.
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not fit to live. Oh, nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant bloody sceptered, when shalt thou see thy wholesome days again? Since that the truest issue of thy throne by his own interdiction stands accused, and does blaspheme his breed. Thy royal father was a most sainted king. The queen who bore thee oftener upon her knees than on her feet died every day she lived. Fare thee well. These evils thou repeatest upon thyself have banished me from Scotland. Oh, my breast, my hope ends here.
Backed up! This noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth by many of these trains hath thought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from over credulous haste. But God above deal between thee and me, for even now I put myself to thy direction and unspeak mine own detractions. Here abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself for strangers to my nature. I am yet unknown to woman, never was forsworn, scarcely have coveted what was mine own, at no time broke my faith, will not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than life. My first false speaking was this upon myself. What I am truly is thine and my poor country's to command. Whither indeed, before thy here approach, old seaward, with 10,000 warlike men already at a point, was setting forth. Now we'll together, and the chance of goodness be like a warranted quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once, 'tis hard to reconcile.
Well, more anon. Comes the king forth, I pray you.
Aye, sir. There are a crew of wretched souls that say is cure. The milady convinces the greatest say of art, but at his touch, such sanctity hath heaven given his hand, they presently amend.
I thank you, doctor.
What's the disease he means?
It's called the evil. A most miraculous work in this good king, which often since my here remain in England I have seen him do. How he solicits heaven himself best knows, but strangely visited people, all swollen and ulcerous, pitiful to the eye, the mere despair of surgery. He cures, hanging a golden stamp about their necks, put on with holy prayers. And 'tis spoken to the succeeding royalty, he leaves the healing benediction. And with this strange virtue, he hath the heavenly gift of prophecy, and sundry blessings hang about his throne that speak him full of grace.
See who comes here.
My countryman, but yet I know him not.
My ever gentle cousin. Welcome thither.
I know him now. Good God, the times remove the means that make us strangers. Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing but who knows nothing is once seen to smile, where sighs and groans and shrieks that rend the air are made, not marked, where violent sorrow seems a modern ecstasy. The dead men's knell is there scarce asked for who, and good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps, dying or ere they sicken.
Oh, relation too nice, and yet too true.
What's the newest grief? That of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker. Each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well.
And my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant is not battered at their peace.
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
Be not so miserly with your speech. How goest?
When I came hither to transport the tidings, which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were out, which was to my belief witnessed the rather for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight to doff the dire distresses.
Be it the comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good seaward, and 10,000 men, an older and a better soldier, none that Christendom gives out.
But I could answer this comfort with the like. I have words that would be hollowed out in the desert air, where hearing should not latch them.
What concern they? The general cause, or is it a fee grief due to some single breast?
No mind that's honest, but in it shares some woe, though the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess at it.
Your castle is surprised. Your wife and babe savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner whereon the quarry of these murdered deer, to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven. What, man? Now pull your hands upon your brows? Give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the o'erfraught heart and bids it break.
My child, too.
Wife, child, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed, too.
I have said.
Be comforted. Let's make us medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. All my pretty ones. Did you say all? Oh, Hellkite. All? What? All my pretty chickens and their dam in one fell swoop?
Dispute it! Like a man!
I shall do so! But I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macduff, they were all slain for thee. Not that I am, not for their own demerits, but for mine fell slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart, and rage it.
Oh, I could play the woman with mine eyes, and braggart with my tongue. But gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Front to front, bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself. Within my sword's leg set him. If he scape, heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes manly. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long, that never finds the day.
I have 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went to the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. Yet, all this while in a most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature to receive at once the benefit of sleep and do the effects of watching. In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You may to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you, nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life fast asleep. Observe her. Stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. She has light by her continually, 'tis her command.
You see her eyes are open.
Aye, but their sense are shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her, to seem thus washing her hands. I have known her continue in this quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot.
Hark, she speaks. I will set down what comes from her to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out, damn spot. Out, I say! 1, 2. Why then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie, a soldier and a feared. What need we fear? Who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What, will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starting.
Go to, you have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not, I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Here's the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh, oh, oh!
What a sigh is there. This heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well.
Pray God it be, sir.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those who have walked in their sleep, who have died holily in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you, yet again Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on's grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their deaf pillows will discharge their secrets. More needs she, the divine, than the physician. God, forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance, and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she has mated and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macduff. Revenge is burn in them, for their dear causes which the bleeding and the grim alarm excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Wood. Sure we will meet them. That way are they coming.
Who knows if Donald Maine be with his brother?
For certain, sir, he is not. I have a file of all the gentry. There is Seward's son, and many unrough feuds. They even now protest their first of manhood.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he's strolling forth spies. Some say he's mad. Others, that's lesser hates him, do call it valiant fury. But for certain, he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murders sticking on his hands. Now, minutely revolts,
upbraid his faith breach. Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him, like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief.
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there?
Well, march we on, to give obedience where 'tis truly owed. Meet we in the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's purge, each drop of us.
Or so much as it needs, to dear the sovereign flower, and drown the weeds, make we our march towards Burnham.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Till Burnham would remove to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy? Malcolm. Was he not born of a woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth, till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane. Then fly in full stains, mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt, nor shake with fear. The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon. Where got'st thou that goose look?
There is 10,000.
Geese, villain?
Soldiers, sir!
Go prick thy face, novel red thy beard, thou lily-livered boy. What soldiers, Patch? Death of thy soul, those linen cheeks of thine are counselors to fear. What soldiers, whey-face?
English force to please you!
Take thy face hence! Satan! I am sick at heart when I begin to behold this. Satan! I said! This push, it will cheer me or deceit me now. Ah, my way of life is fallen into the seer, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age, as honor, love, troops of friends, obedience. I must not look to have, but in their place, curses, not loud, but deep, mouth honor, which the poor heart would fain deny, and dares not. Satan!
What's your gracious pleasure?
What news?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight, till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor.
'Tis not needed yet.
I'll put it on! Send out more horses. Scur this country round. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me my armor. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she's troubled with thick-coming fancies that keep her from rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow, raise out the writted troubles of the brain, and with some sweet oblivious antidote cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs. I'll none of it. Come. Strap my armor. Grant me my staff. Seaton send out. You will dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, cast the waters of my land, find a disease, purge it to a sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. Pull it off, I say. What? Rhubarb, senna, what purgative drug would scour these English hence? Hearest thou of them?
Aye, my good lord. Your royal preparation makes us hear something.
You'll bring it after me. I will not be afraid of death and bane till this Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane away and clear, profit again should hardly draw me here.
Cousins, I hope the days are near that chambers will be safe
We doubted nothing.
What wood is this before us?
The wood of Burn. Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shatter the numbers of our host, and make discovery err in the port of us.
It shall be done!
We learn no other, but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane, and will endure our setting down the fort.
'Tis his main hope. For where there's advantage to be given, both more and less have given him the revolt. And none serve with him, but constrained things, whose hearts are absent too.
Let our just censures attend the true event, and put we on industrious soldiership.
The time approaches. That will with due decision make us know what we shall say we have and what we owe. Thoughts, speculative, their unsure hopes relate. But certain issue, strokes must arbitrate. Towards which, advance the war.
Hang out our banners on the outward walls. The cry is still they come. Our castle's strength, it will laugh a siege to scorn. Here, let them lie, till famine and the ague eat them up. Were they not forced with those that should be ours, we might have else met them dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. What was that noise?
'Tis the cry of women, my good lord.
I had almost forgotten the taste of fears. The time has been that my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek, and my fellow hair would, at a dismal treatise, rouse and stir as life were in it. Such direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, it cannot once start me. Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. It would have been time for such a word. Tomorrow. 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 Creeps this petty pace from day to day, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death, to the last syllable of recorded time. Out! Out! Brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. That comes to use thy tongue, thy story, quickly.
Gracious, my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say then, sir.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon, methought the wood began to move.
Liar! And slave!
Let me endure your wrath, if it be not so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming. I say, a moving grove.
If thou speakst false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive till famine plead thee. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I pull in resolution, I begin to doubt the equivocation of this fiend that lies like truth. Fear not till Burnham would come to Dunsinane. And now, a wood, it comes toward Dunsinane. On! Arm and out! If this which he avouches does appear, there is nor flying hence nor tearing here. I begin to be aweary of the sun, and wish the estate of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell! Blow, wind, come, rack! At least I'll die with harness on our back.
Now near enough! Relieve these screens, go down, and show like those you are. You, worthy uncle, shall our cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macbeth, and we shall take upon us what else remains to do, according to our order.
Fare you well. Do we but find the tyrant's power tonight, let's be beaten if we cannot fight.
Make all our trumpets speak. Give them all breath. Those clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly, but bear-like I must fight the course. What's he that was not born of a woman? Such a one am I to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
Thou be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorred tyrants. By sword, I'll prove the lie thou speakest!
Thou was born of a woman, but these swords I smile at, weapons to laugh and scorn, brandished by a man who's of woman born.
That way the noises. Tyrant, show thy face. If thou beest slain and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched kerns whose arms are hired to bear their staves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheath again undeeded. There thou shouldst be, by this great clamor, one of the greatest notes seems rooted. Let me find him fortune, and more I beg not.
This way, my lord! The castle's gently rendered. The townspeople on both sides do fight. The noble thanes do bravely in the war. The day almost itself professes yours, and little is to do.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
Enter, sir, the castle!
Why should I play the Roman fool and die for mine own sword? As I see lives, the gashes, they do better upon them.
Turn, hellhound, turn.
Of all men else I've avoided thee, but get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my soul. Thou bloodier villain than terms can give thee out.
Thou losest labor, as easy mayest thou the entrenchant air with thy keen sword and presses make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests, I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macbeth was from his mother's womb, untimely ripped.
Cursed be that tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. Be these juggling fiends that palter with us in a double sense, keep the word of promise to our ears, and they break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward. We'll have thee, as our rare monsters are, painted upon a pole, and under it, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield. To kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet had to be baited with a rabble's curse. Though Burnham would become to Dunsinane, now post, being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Before my body, throw my warlike shield. Lay on, Macduff, and damn be him that first cries, hold, enough!
lives we missed were safe arrived.
Some must go off, and yet by these I see, so great a day as this is chiefly bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived until he was a man, in which no sooner had his prowess confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought. But like a man, he died.
Then he's dead.
Aye, and brought off the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
Had he his hurts before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldier be he. Had I as many sons as I have heirs, I would not wish them to a fairer death. And so, his knell is knolled.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well and paid his score, and so, God be with him. Here comes newer comfort.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold, where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see thee compassed in thy kingdom's pearl, that speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland! We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves and make us even with you. My thanes and kinsmen henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland in such an honor named. What's more to do, which we planted newly with the time, as calling home our exiled friends abroad that fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who, as 'tis thought by self and violent hands, took off her life. This, and what needful else that calls upon us, by the grace of grace, we will perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone.